Hey everybody, this is Doug Knacker with Hissy Fit Reptiles. Thanks for joining me and watching this video today. So I wanted to kind of go over some stuff with you guys and give you an update on Hissy Fit Reptiles. So as you can see from the title, it says Hissy Fit Reptiles under new ownership. About that I'm going to go over kind of details on what's going on with that specifically and some really cool things actually that are going on with Hissy Fit Reptiles because of it. So without further ado, I'm going to get into a little bit of backstory, so bear with me for just a little bit. So as you know, last summer, I dropped a bombshell announcement, or whatever you want to call it. I guess it wasn't a bombshell announcement, but people didn't even know who I was. But anyways, in August or so, end of July, early August, I had said I was going to be getting out of ball pythons, and I'm going to be selling my whole entire collection. So that went from me getting completely out of it, right? Thing is that wasn't an easy decision for me to make. I had made a bunch of decisions that kind of affected me personally that I needed to basically correct and fix before I could move on with anything else in my life. And a lot of you guys are able to tell too, I wasn't really in the best of place in my life with that whole thing. Basically the last couple of years of things. So I just needed to basically take a big step back. I had an initial game plan of selling everything and then maybe eventually getting back into it, like, 5, 6, 7 years down the road type thing. So that's what I had announced initially. Then as I started getting rid of some of the animals, selling some of the animals, there was some of them I just I just really had a hard time letting go of. Actually, some of them I had a hard time letting go of, but I still ended up selling them anyways. It's because in a financial standpoint, I really kind of had to do something with that. As I was out of work for a while with a injured shoulder. So anyways, with that being said, a few people had talked to me about, hey, what if you were to keep a few of your ball pythons and then maybe do loan them out to a couple people or something. That's not the worst idea, because then I can still have some of my animals. They're still my animals, but they're in somebody else's care for the time being. They're doing some breeding projects. And then with that, we had made an agreement to split some of the profit, or maybe I can get an animal out of this clutch or out of that clutch for maybe in the future. Again, the whole time processing the fact that I'm hoping to get back into ball pythons again in the future, whether it be 5, 6, 7 years down the line. So I started doing that. So a handful of my snakes didn't go for sale. It basically did not have them available for sale. So that was going fine and everything, but man, it's really hard to get away from this hobby. If anybody here has ever tried to get out of the ball python hobby for one reason or another, it's hard to if you enjoy it. When it's not about the money and you actually enjoy what it brings and how it makes you feel and all that kind of stuff, then it really adds an aspect of your life that you really kind of feel like it's taken out. And every so often I'm like, oh man, I start watching some videos and stuff, and watching JKR videos and Garrick's videos and nerds and stuff like that, and it's like, man, it just sucks that I'm not really doing anything with it right now, but I can't wait until I'm able to do it again. And I say 5, 6, or 7 years down the line, because at that point all my boys will have been graduated and out of the house by that time. It'd just be myself, my wife, and my 2 daughters, which would be a little bit easier to handle financially. So anyways, I keep on rambling and stuff, sorry about that, but anyways, I keep on watching these videos and getting excited about it. And then one of the guys that had a couple of my snakes, he said, hey, you know what, can I send these back to you, because I don't think I'm going to be using them and I don't really know what to do. So I'm like, yeah, I suppose. I was about ready to have everything else gone in within the next few months, but he sent them back over to me. And my wife's like, well, what's going on with them? I said, well, he's not going to be using them and stuff, so we were going to be splitting any profit on it or stuff, or any type of trade stuff. And she's like, oh, okay. So she's like, why don't you just breed them then? I said, well, I thought we kind of agreed that I was going to be getting out of it and then I wouldn't be doing any of the ball python stuff anymore. And she's like, well, I don't know. What if it was just those couple or whatever? I'm like, oh, maybe that wouldn't be that bad of an idea, So the next day I'm at work and I'm thinking to myself, and I'm thinking about how she kind of was saying, hey, why don't you just do this or that? it's not a lot. At one point I had like 70 some ball pythons, but I also had a lot going on with my job stuff and all the kid stuff and the divorce stuff and everything else. It was a lot to handle, and things are already starting to calm down a little bit. One of the boys already graduated and moved out. The divorce stuff is done. In case anybody's wondering, I did get placement of my boys. My ex-wife does not have placement of them anymore. She has weekends and like every other weekend and then every other week during the summer. So they live here full-time otherwise and go to school in my hometown or in this town during the school year. So really awesome. Again, she kind of did some really bad stuff, and that's just the reason why they live with me now. So they do live here. The court battle took like a year and a half or so. So getting back into the ball python stuff, I was thinking to myself, man, what if I let my wife control all the aspect of any money or financial stuff going on, and I basically just keep doing the breeding and do the ball python stuff, and then just kind of let her take care of that stuff. So I talked to her about it after I got off of work and stuff, and said, hey, I really don't care about the money part of it. I at one point let that be an aspect of it because I was trying to get so much stuff so fast. See, I don't have a lot of money to put into my hobbies and my stuff like that because I have so much other stuff going on a constant basis that I really shouldn't have been spending the money on ball pythons that I was a year ago or 2 years ago or 3-4 years ago. The money I was putting into that I really should have been putting in other parts of my life, and I didn't. So obviously my wife and I were having some issues. She did not like the ball python thing. She was really against it, as I had made mention in many of my videos. And whether I should have or not, I don't know. But I'm just letting you guys know because I am real with you guys. I'm not pretending. I'm not fake about anything. I want you guys to know who I am, what Hissy Fit Reptiles is, and what I all stand for. And I am all about these animals. I don't really care about the money that I make with it as long as I get to kind of do stuff with the ball python still. And so I just think to myself, what if I let her, my wife, control all the money part of it? So basically, let's say I breed ball pythons, I have the babies, sell the babies, just let her have the money. I really don't care if I have the money for anything, because I'm not going to be buying a bunch of stuff for ball python stuff. No, I might do like a trade here and there, or if I say, hey, maybe I talk to her about possibly getting a new animal here or there within the next few years. But we also have the agreement that once the boys are gone, again, this is that 5 to 7 year plan, that maybe then I kind of get a little bit more into it, kind of like how I was, as long as we're financially set, completely out of debt and all this different stuff. And she was happy with that. She agreed to it. And so, yeah, basically, I don't have a lot of stuff right now, and I'm only going to be able to get like 1, maybe 2 clutches over the next year. But then I have a handful of things that will be able to breed after that, based on the stuff that I had sold. So, like, I have a Dreamsicle female. She won't be ready to breed this year. She'll be ready to breed next year. I have a Pastave clown, which actually I have to let that one go to a breeder loan thing. It's my female. But I also have a red stripe pet clown I was going to put to her. So it's still my stuff. But I'm letting somebody else, one of my friends, take care of those animals in the time being as a breeder loan type thing, because he did a major favor for me. I won't get into that, but he did a major favor for me, and I really wanted, that was part of the aspect of the whole thing, is to let him use those animals. So yeah, other than that, some desert ghost stuff, het desert ghost stuff. Also, mostly the clown stuff, Dreamsicle stuff. So I have like about 10 snakes that are still in my care, basically, that I have that haven't sold, that I decided to keep. Although I do have a couple more that I am going to be redoing my Morph Market page and putting the stuff up there. However, my wife has the full access to the Hissy Fit Reptiles PayPal, Hissy Fit Reptiles email stuff. So she's going to be taking care of any money coming in this way. And basically, if any money were to go out to get back into the reptile stuff, that's fine. Otherwise, she can kind of do whatever she wants with it. That way, I'm happy because I'm breeding ball pythons. I'm seeing the babies being born, spending the time doing the stuff with the snakes. And that's all I really loved anyways. That's all I really cared about doing, was breeding the ball pythons, making some cool looking animals. And, and a big part of it is actually just dealing with you guys. There are people that I don't miss dealing with, but there's a lot of you. I would say the majority of you guys I miss doing the conversations and stuff with, and talking to, seeing you guys at shows, doing all that kind of really fun stuff. So there's a lot of it that I'm gonna be able to do again, but without the added stress and worrying about how much money this is going to make or how much money that's going to make. Because I am also doing DJing again. I used to DJ a long time ago. I started DJing in 2000 and kind of was on again, off again with my DJ service. I recently, because I lost my job at the paper mill because of my shoulder injury, am back into DJing again because the job I currently work at, there is no weekends. I don't work weekends anymore, so it frees me up on Saturdays to do weddings and school dances and all that kind of stuff. Now with all the COVID stuff, it's been a little crazy, but I have been still doing weddings. I've been booking weddings, and it's been going really, really well. So I really don't need the ball python stuff to help supplement what's going on in my life. So it's mostly the DJ stuff, which allows me to do the ball python stuff for pretty much fun. I get to have fun with it again, and that was part of what was going on in the last couple of years. It wasn't fun because I was stressing so much on everything, and I was doing what I shouldn't have been doing with it, and my wife was on my case about it, and rightfully so. I realized how much in the wrong I was with that whole thing. So that's the big update on Hissy Fit Reptiles. I know I've been kind of going on, but I just kind of give you guys a big overview of what's been going on. Like I said, I've been taking better care of myself. I kind of let myself go for a while. I was actually up to like 250 pounds. I'm only 5'8", 5'9", and I was up to 250 pounds. I'm back down to like 190. So a lot of things have changed over the last however many months. Sorry for not showing any snakes in this specific video. Just they all ate, and I have this set up right now like this. So I'll be doing an update on whatever ball pythons I have yet. Some of them aren't even in my possession. That's kind of the other part of it. The other guy that had them, I'll be getting some of those back. He still has a couple there that he's going to be using still with the agreement of the breeder loan thing. So that's pretty much it. Hope to hear from you guys. Feel free to comment below. I'd love to hear from you guys again. It's been a long time. I do have plans, and I've already talked to Garrett DeMeyer about doing like a little tour of his place, so featuring some of his stuff, doing maybe like a 2 or 3 parter on my YouTube channel with a visit to Royal Constrictor Designs. Also talked to Kyle Hoffman from Royal Ambassador Reptiles about checking out the stuff at his place. He's got a new facility he's building, and it's almost done, and once it's done, he has said that he wants me to come over, do some video recording, and get some really cool stuff up. He's an awesome collection, some amazing ball pythons over there. So I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm going to be doing the videos again with everything. It won't be a whole lot of my stuff going on, but I'm going to try getting something out there. If you have any ideas of any videos you want to see me do, that's fine. But as of right now, I don't really have anything besides this banner and a handful of snakes. The racks that I have here aren't even my racks. I have to get them back, and I'll be getting different racks in the meantime. But it's going to be pretty small scale. Don't expect me to have dozens of animals or anything like that. I'm pretty much going to have the same maybe 10 animals for the next year or 2 or 3. So, but again, it's going to kind of go with my wife. If you're interested in anything that is for sale, if you see it up on Morph Market or if you see them in a video or something, let me know. My wife's going to be getting this stuff too. I'll be bringing it up to her. If there's a snake that's available for $500 and you say, hey, would you take, $300 for it or whatever, that's going to be all up to her now. I'm not going to be doing any of that kind of stuff. I'll be I'll be talking to her about it and see if she wants to take that offer. That's fine. If she doesn't, whatever, she might want the full $500 or whatever. I'm just using an example, but just wanted to give you guys a heads up of what's going on here at Hissy Fit Reptiles. So I'll be like operating it, but not really the owner part of it. I let my wife do the owner of Hissy Fit Reptiles and making the big decisions of what's going to be going on with it and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm back, baby. Hope to see you guys around whenever there's a snake show eventually, after all this COVID crap's done. And thanks for watching Hissy Fit Reptiles. Expect some more videos coming up within the next few weeks. Talk to you later.